On the phone, with our entertainment correspondent, Chloe Mellis said she was in shock, unable to find the right words. That feeling spread quickly. For the public, it was a stunning moment for Hollywood. For Tracy Reiner, it was the instant her entire world collapsed. She spoke through tears, saying she never even had the chance to hug her parents one last time. If she had been there that day, she believes she might not have made it out alive. The home that once held laughter, shared meals, and an unshakable sense of safety became forever tied to a chilling memory that shook the nation. What frightened Tracy even more than the loss itself was the feeling that the danger had not truly passed. She admitted she now lived in a constant state of alert, struggling with insomnia and haunted by suspicions she could barely bring herself to say out loud. She didn't reveal everything, but the tremor in her voice made one thing clear. Whatever happened may have come from very close, and for her, the story did not feel finished. Looking back, Tracy said the changes began months earlier, around late summer. Her parents slowly narrowed their routines, not because of health or work, but by choice. The doors of their Brentwood home stayed closed. Visits faded, familiar gatherings quietly disappeared. At first, Tracy assumed it was simply a desire for privacy. But as time passed, the silence felt different. Her father, once known for staying connected with friends, withdrew from public life. Her mother became more cautious, checking doors, asking small questions late at night, calling just to make sure Tracy had arrived home safely. The calls were short, but they carried a tension that lingered long after they ended. What unsettled Tracy most was not what her parents said, but what they didn't. Their words became measured, restrained, as if they were holding something heavy beneath the surface. She sensed it without being told. Something was wrong. On the night of a December gathering with longtime friends, her parents appeared polite and cheerful to others. But when they returned home, Tracy felt a shift. The energy was gone. Her mother wanted the night to end quickly. Her father grew quiet and withdrawn. No one explained anything, yet the silence left her uneasy in a way she couldn't shake. The next day, after hours of unanswered calls, Tracy went to the house. Everything looked normal from the outside. The gate was closed. The yard was neat. Inside, there was only silence. It was that silence, she later said, that frightened her the most. By mid-afternoon, she called emergency services. When responders arrived, she was asked to stay back. Within minutes, the mood changed. The area was secured. Voices grew urgent. No one had to explain what that meant. She was later told her parents were gone. What followed only deepened the shock. Authorities said there were no signs of forced entry. The home showed no chaos, no struggle that suggested a stranger. Whoever had been there knew the space well. That detail stayed with Tracy, echoing in her mind. In the days that followed, memories returned with new weight. A short phone call the night before, raised voices in the background that suddenly fell quiet. The call ending earlier than usual. At the time, it meant nothing. Afterward, it meant everything. As the investigation unfolded, Tracy found herself replaying years of family tension she had once tried to understand as struggle and instability. A sibling who moved in and out of the family's orbit, long periods of absence, followed by uneasy closeness, worries her mother carried quietly. Conversations about money and inheritance that felt charged and unresolved. At the time, they were uncomfortable moments. In hindsight, they felt like warnings. When charges were eventually announced, Tracy said the pain became something else entirely. In her mind existed two images at once. The family member she had grown up with, fragile and troubled, and the person now at the center of an unimaginable act. Holding both at the same time was unbearable. She grieved not only for her parents, but for what had been lost long before that day. What frightened her most was the realization that the place she once considered the safest no longer existed. The home was gone, not just physically, but emotionally. Safety had been replaced by fear, trust by doubt. Tracy spoke of her parents not as public figures, but as the people who raised her. A father who never needed to explain love because he showed it every day. A mother whose care lived in small gestures, quiet check-ins, and constant presence. Those ordinary moments, she said, are what hurt the most now. Reaching for her phone, then putting it down, knowing no one would answer. She did not speak with anger, only grief. She said she mourned everyone involved, including the person she once called family. No one, she said, deserved an ending like this. Now, she is learning how to live with what remains. Gratitude, alongside unbearable loss. Gratitude for having been chosen, loved, and protected for so many years. The pain does not come in loud waves, but in a quiet, constant ache. And while the home she knew is gone, the love she received there is something she believes can never be taken away.